Welcome to the Real Property Tools video tutorial. We're going to go through in a couple different parts, explain how to use this tool, specifically how to enter data, where to put it, why it makes sense, and how it's used throughout the whole analysis. This first section, we're going to talk about the scheduled monthly income. In our opinion, it's most intuitive, even though it may not feel like it. You have your overview up here, but it's actually best when you're entering data to start down here at scheduled monthly income. So typically you'll get a rent roll, or you might already have a rent roll for the property. In this case, it's 5 units. 5 and 12, it's a total of 17. It's 5 studios, 12 ones, square footage, and the current rents they're getting. Nice part about this, obviously you can add as many or as little as you want. It'll go from a studio up to 3-bed. And the baths will be 1 or 2. Square footage. Yeah, the reason that's kind of important, as you'll see, the more if you're familiar with working with apartments, the rent per unit is important, but more so, the rent per square foot is most important. And it's kind of an easier way to compare apples to apples. So when you enter that in, you'll see here, right now he's getting about 98 cents a square foot for his studios and 95 cents a square foot for his ones. Well, fortunately for us, this property, the market for a studio is about $1.13 or closer to $1.15 per square foot for a studio and $1.14 for 1 bedroom, which means he's under market. So, and how do we know this? Well, we know the market, but we also know that based on his current rent roll, he already has one of his units, one of his studios, rented out for $8.95 or for $5.95. He also has one of his 1 bedrooms rented out for $8.25. So it's not a far stretch to say, hey, that is market. So as these new leases come up, I'm going to raise them in line with that. So what that does is down here, it's going to show you there's 17 total units. The weighted square footage is 666 on average square foot per unit, which is a good size for apartments. On average, it's 96 cents a square foot. His income every month should be about $10,860. And we believe if you push rents to market, your average per square foot will be $1.14, and you'll be getting about $12,875 per month for income. This information, once you fill it in, will actually feed up here into the income annualized operating data. So whereas down here, this is your monthly rent roll. It'll take this number and this number. It'll annualize it, gross potential rent, current and pro forma. So now it takes that information, now we're annualized, and that's where we do the rest of our calculations is after it's annualized. So stay tuned for the next video to describe how this works.